All right, we are ready to begin our Tech Talk on multi-axis roughing with NXCam to boost efficiency and precision. All right, now we're going to answer questions live at the end, but please, throughout the presentation, go ahead and put them into chat if you would like. Now, our presenter today is Yahya. He is in our Cincinnati office where it is snowing. Oh my gosh. As a Texan, I am like, what? So thank you very much, Yaya, for joining us. Now, a little bit about him. He has over 6 years of experience in aero engine components, manufacturing industries, specifically on CAM and CNC machining. Now, throughout Yahaya's career, he's worked as a CNC machinist, a CAM programmer, and a manufacturing engineer. Love that expertise. Thank you so much for joining us today. And please, the Tech Talk is now yours.
Hi everyone, welcome to Prolim's Tech Talk, and thanks so much for taking the time to join today. I'm really excited to show you the options available for multi-axis roughing in NXCam and how simple it can be to perform a multi-axis operation. So without wasting any time, let's jump right into NX. Alright, so here I just created a 3D adaptive roughing, the 3-axis rough operation just to see the difference. Like we used to create this type of 3D adaptive roughing with the 3-axis movement. And now let's go ahead and take a look at our multi-axis rough operation, which is available under mill multi-axis operation subtype. And then the first icon would be your multi-axis rough. So it says like it's the general purpose for the roughing milling operation that cuts in a multiple levels. You can use ball nose, pull nose, and the flat end mills. And also we're going to take a look as well like what all the patterns that we have here. And for this, obviously we need to specify part geometry, blank geometry, drive floor, and optionally the ceiling. The ceiling is nothing but the top surface of your blank, and it also supports the 3D IPW and also the bottom up cut. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So for the drive surface, we cannot define the multiple surfaces here. So we need to create a single surface if we want to rough out the entire path. But I can show you by selecting one of these surface for now. And let's generate by changing the pattern to zigzag. Have a blank ready over here. I'm going to define that. Define that blank. And let's generate and see what we'll get here. So as you can see, since I have selected only a single surface, it's gonna only follow that single surface. But if you want to create an operation for this entire part, which you see over here, for that we would need to create a single surface. So let's go back to our master model and let's create a surface over here. I would like to go with the through curves option. I'll take this curve and add a section. I'll take this curve and I have my surface ready over here. Let's go back to our setup file, and as you are also aware of the master model process where it downstreams the changes that we done to the master model. So since we have that here, let's go ahead and select the new single surface as our uh, drive floor geometry, and I'm going to keep those options same, and let's generate and see what we'll get here. And now you're able to see the toolpath follows the entire surface that we have defined over here. So since we have that, let's go ahead and take a look at the simulation. How does it looks like? Let me switch on my machine and let's simulate. Now we're using the same roughing operation, but using the multi-axis option, we're able to machine this entire curvature of the surface by just creating a multi-axis rough operation, and also by defining those two different things that we have defined, a drive flow geometry and also a depth mode. So as you can see over here, so let's go ahead and see what other things that we have got with this operation. So for this, we do not have any tool axis that we need to specify, but this also supports the collision checking options. And for the strategy of, I mean, it is same as that we saw in our cavity and 3D adaptive roughing operations, the cut order and the cut direction. The only new thing that we'll be seeing in these operations is the drive geometry and the depth floor. So in the depth mode, we do have two other different options. One is offset from ceiling and the other one is interpolate between ceiling and the floor. So let me also show you one of those one of these options. So I'll select interpolate between uh, ceiling and the floor. Moreover, it's ideal for parts with intricate shapes, undercuts, where the deep cavities are present and the traditional three-axis operations might struggle. Uh, that places this roughing operation comes in really handy. But for now, I'm gonna deselect that face and I would like to select this face over here as my, I would like to select this face over here as my drive floor geometry, and for the ceiling geometry I'm going to select the same part of the blank, and let's generate and see how does the interpolate works in the multi-axis rough operation. Now you'll able to see how the interpolate between ceiling and the floor works. It kind of cutting in a different way, but the floor has been cutting in a more over the spiral pattern. Check the simulation of this operation. How does that looks like? The toolpaths are really smart too. They optimize the cutting process so the tool doesn't get overloaded, which means your tools last longer and you get a smoother machining process. And on top of that, it cuts down the machining time because it avoids unnecessary moves and keeps everything streamlined. This way you can able to create your multi-axis roughing operations, and it doesn't have any complicated things to define. It looks same as our three-axis roughing operations, like I said before, for the cavity mill and the adaptive milling. And also you don't need to define any of those tool axes or any projection methods like we have in a finishing operations. Just define the dry floor geometry or your ceiling geometry, like your top of the blank, and then you're all set to go and your multi-axis roughing operation is ready to use. Overall, it's a just a game changer for getting the roughing done faster and with less hassle. Perfect for everything from aerospace parts to molds and dies. Once you start using it, it's very hard to go back to anything else. So that's all what I've got today to show you. Thank you so much for joining us today.